What's poppin', everybody? It's your boy AT back with another 86th episode. This time, this is the match preview for the FA Cup fixture between Arsenal and Newcastle on Saturday. So, we're going to be looking at that game before we get started. Make sure you guys click on all the socials. Link is in the description below. Follow the Instagram, the Twitch, the Twitter, everything. Follow that. Let's get started.
But yeah, FA Cup action. I'm very excited for this game. It's a different kind of game because looking at it, it's not the Premier League. So jumping into a new competition, you're just thinking, you know what I mean? It's kind of like it's a clean slate at the end of the day. You're just starting fresh. So it's a good way for these guys to express themselves. Excuse me. But yeah, going into it, I expect a very different team as like because it's the third round of the FA Cup. We're just starting it, so I'm expecting a very different team as you know instead of the one we've been seeing. Like some players might stay in the team, however, just the overall shape of it, I'm expecting different players to come in. Some players that deserve a chance, or maybe people who haven't played recently coming back from injuries and all that. I think they might get a chance in this game, but looking at this game in itself, Newcastle, actually, we're going to face Newcastle soon in the Premier League too, so it's a good chance to suss them out. I don't know if they're going to be putting up their strongest team per se, but listen, you never know. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty excited for this game. Like I said, FA Cup is a competition that I want to win because at the end of the day, it's a trophy. And listen, God forbid that we don't qualify for any European competition through the Premier League. This is a one way to, get a European competition, you know, um, just like the way we did it last season. And as the current holders of this trophy, listen, we gotta do good. Like, you know what I mean? Like we have to go into the mentality that we're gonna retain this. And I'm excited for this. So yeah, but looking at the game in itself, Newcastle is going to be a very difficult game because Steve Bruce is going to look at it and say, really and truly, he knows Arsenal is going to put out a very different team to the one that we've put out recently. So, barring that in mind, I think he might go for it. But at the same time, knowing the kind of manager he is, he's going to make it so difficult for us to break them down, you know. And I'm expecting a very tight game, even though, if you're gonna do well in this season, you should be able to beat Newcastle and these kind of teams. However, you never know. So I'm expecting him to set up low blocks, hard to break down. And listen, if Arteta picks a very decent team, I think we're gonna beat them. And that's just my opinion on it. And if we play like we did the last three games, especially the way we played against Chelsea and West Brom, if we play anything like that, I think it could be a very good game for us. And then keep winning. And no matter what the competition is, we need to keep winning, get that confidence up. And the more we win in every competition, the more we have more confidence going into it. Because we're not that far off in the Premier League in itself, like in the top four races. So listen, we just need to win and keep building that confidence, and the players will be happy. And as opposed to Newcastle, like I said, it's going to be very difficult to break them down. Well, that's what I'm expecting at least. You never know. And I'm expecting them to put a good starting 11 because, let's be real, they don't have much going in the Premier League and they don't have a lot of competition for them to win a trophy. So this is the one chance, Newcastle is going to put out a strong 11 against us. But no matter the team that we put out, we should be good, you know? And the starting 11, I would go with, I think it's similar to the B team we've put out against Manchester City in the League Cup, or I'm expecting like Europa League kind of team, um, because of what stage we're on the competition. So I'm expecting Runnerson in goal, and I'm going with the back four of Gabriel because he is actually has recovered from COVID and he's been cleared if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going with Gabriel. And on the right hand side, I'm gonna go with David Luiz as a center back partnership. So Luiz and Gabriel, it's gonna be decent. As left back, now this is where things get interesting. So we have a few options because I don't think Tierney is gonna start this game. So I'm going with Ainsley as a left back, and on the right hand side, I'm going with Cedric. Excuse me. And then in the midfield, I'm going with Mohamed El Neni and Joe Willock. And then just in front of him, I think Smith Rowe might start. So I'm gonna put Smith Rowe. On the left hand side, I would go with Gabriel Martinelli. On the right hand side, I would go with Nicolas Pepe. And up front, I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So it's a pretty good starting line. So I'm going to say that again, which is Richardson in goal, Luiz and Gabriel as the center backs, Ainsley Maitland-Niles as a left back, Cedric as a right back, and the two in the middle, I'm going with El Nini and Willock. In front of them, Smith Rowe. On the left-hand side, Martinelli. On the right-hand side, Pepe. Up front, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. As you guys notice, Willian is still not getting on my team because still don't rate him. If you can terminate this contract, do it because, like I said, useless piece of shit. He could go. I don't know why I'm starting this Willian agenda, but I am. I don't care. But yeah, that's the team I'm going with. I do think Pepe needs to start doing well. Right now, I think he needs to start picking his level because you have to look at Saka. Saka's playing out of position on the right hand side regularly, and he's putting performances way better than Pepe and Willian. And he's showing that he's not gonna drop any shit performances anytime soon. So if Pepe needs to get into a starting 11 in the main team, if he wants to do that, then he needs to start putting in these good performances. And it starts with this game. In my opinion, he should start because he's the future. He's the he's the guy that we spend a lot of money on, and I do think his first season was heavily like criticized, and I do think him as a player sometimes has been made a scapegoat, and sometimes it's his own making. Sometimes I think fans just pick an agenda with him. However, he needs to start proving the kind of money that we paid for him, and he needs to start justifying that. And if he does that, I think this is a way where he could give Arteta a selection headache. As of now, he's not going to get into the main team, but the more good games he plays, the more he's going to give Arteta the headache. And I'm going with Oba up front because, listen, Lacazette has been on form, and I would like him to be on the bench because just in case things go shit, we need to have a backup plan. But we should rest him. He's the striker in form right now. He's the guy doing it. So listen, just put our team, and Oba, I think he's been playing well recently. The only thing he's missing is goals. And once he starts scoring, I do think he's gonna get his confidence back. So that's the team I'm gonna go with. Thank you for joining this match preview. Hopefully we win. And actually the following after that we're gonna be looking at the transfer window. I'm gonna make a separate episode just to discuss the transfer window, the ins and outs of our team. So yeah, thank you for joining. Until until next time, peace out. Come on, you Gunners.